Good morning. Welcome to a morning review on Monday, the 8th of February. This is Kim speaking for Ezeetrader. So, looking at the euro dollar first, and Friday saw us take a bit of a reversal on the euro. We ran into the monthly R3 there. Now, we sold off quite a large amount, which has left us with a daily pivot above us and also a bit of a gap above us. So there is a possible upside, or there are a couple of upside targets, and also a downside target from the weekly pivot. So let's move on and look at the shorter time frame chart and look at the two time frames, two targets. So the first target really is the gap fill at 111.53 sort of area, a bit lower than that actually, 52 sort of area, which is nearly filled now. And then following that, the daily pivot is above us at 1170, sort of at 111.70 sort of area, which if it was to be hit and come in with the 34 moving average there, which is rolling over quite nicely, that could provide a bit of resistance and see us at some point heading back south towards the weekly pivot. It's certainly a possibility. At some point, if it just breaks these lows though, well, we could be on for the S1 and the weekly pivot relatively early this morning. Okay, cable. Let's look at the bigger picture first. Okay, it's put a daily pivot swing in, so it's a sort of a bearish pattern that's sitting here. It doesn't really become overly bearish until it's triggered, of course. Then it becomes much more bearish, and to trigger it, it's got to break through its daily 8, which may in itself, if it gets down there, may provide a bit of a bounce. But there is the weekly pivot just below at that sort of area. Otherwise, we're sort of, we're currently above the daily pivot, and it's looking pretty strong at the moment in the short term relatively. And it could push on for maybe the 50 MA again. It's already tested it a couple of times. So any decent surge here may see it running up towards that R1. But as I say, there is the weekly pivot at some point, which generally gets filled at the earlier part of the week. Dollar yen, well, we saw some support coming in on Friday near the prior lows there, and it's just bouncing again at the moment. Again, weekly pivot, in this case above. Short-term picture, well, a bit of a mixed bag here. A break of that sort of hourly 8 will see us move back towards the daily pivot, which looks like it may have just been clipped actually on the first hour's bar. This is certainly within a smidgen of that, so not too fussed by that this morning. But if it does start breaking down, well, of course it would become a target. But one hell of a lot of support beforehand with the 21 moving average, 34.50, all sitting there. Any sort of surge here could see us move, as I say, towards that weekly pivot there. Okay, Aussie dollar. Just zoom out from the bigger time frame again. A pivot swing put in here. If you see it break Friday's lows, it triggers that pivot swing. Quite a big sell-off on Friday in the end. At this juncture, it's really a bull flag sort of territory, just running into its 4-hourly 8 and 34 sort of price level there. Just short of the daily pivot, so it may just get to that daily pivot and just watch that. Would rather be looking for a short on the break of the trend line here that I've drawn on. Any sort of rallies, well, it's 50 MA's obvious sort of the area along with the daily R1, but may not be a complete easy run up there, which is 34 in the way. So maybe a slow move, but certainly a possibility. Canadian dollar, again, pivot swing, this time a bullish pivot swing here. Any break of Friday's highs there, and we could see us running, really pushing up towards the 4-hourly 50 and onward. Now, I can't see, it's already hit the daily, weekly pivot there, so that's already been done. May just come down a bit further towards this daily pivot at the moment. It's pretty good at hitting its pivot, so may just do that, and then really, if it breaks that sort of level, well, it could be on for the hourly. hourly 50 S1 sort of area. So maybe a break of the pivot gives us a possible setup there, or some sort of retrace back to that. But alternatively, looking at alongside a break on the trend line here would see me looking for that hourly 200, 4 hourly 50, and the R1 sort of territory. Okay, that's pretty much it today. There's little in the way of news. It's a Chinese bank holiday, of course, so volume's lighter over in Asia. There's not a lot of other news out now. It's very low-key news today, so we're very left to the technicals. Right, that's me. Have a great day. I'll be back in the morning. Bye for now.